London, one of the richest cities in the world, attracting millions of tourists a year. But let's get our facts right. It's notorious for its violence, especially the violence committed by its youth. In this week's episode of Transparent, we'll be talking about youth and violence.
A new sun rises every day on groups of youth loitering around the streets of London. Some of us might not care. However, the situation worries others.
On the whole, I think it might be worrying. Yes, because it does mean that there is a security problem when it comes to just doing the basic things like walking down the street when it's a bit dark, or even if it's not late at night.
What are the reasons of this lack of security?
Many reasons, particularly nowadays. A lack of direction, a lack of focus, trying to aspire to images which they see within the mass media.
And are the government doing enough to tackle this lack of security?
I think the government is not doing enough to tackle the problem, and this is the simple answer.
The government needs to take a lot more action that's more immediate and more observant for the society, because we do hear a lot of this crime taking place and it seems to be on the rise.
The government needs to put the youth first, and that's not just in their slogans. They really need to invest in youth. They need to engage with youth in a manner which seeks the answers from the youth themselves.
Join me in this week's Transparent to identify the causes of this problem and try to evaluate the solution. The youth are the future of this country. That is what we say. However, there is a good number of our youth out there on the streets who are the cause of all the violence and crime. Recent statistics on the Metropolitan Police website has shown an increase in the crime committed by youth. The question here is, why are these youth involved in such violent acts?
There are a number of reasons, I think, why youth might be involved in crime and violence. Some of them could range from just boredom or lack of activities that they might be involved in the community, to more major stuff like poverty, unemployment, alienation, the fact that they feel that they don't belong in the society for one reason or another, whether it's based on class, ethnicity, gender or race. But generally I think it's the feeling of not belonging to the society as a whole.
The question that should be asked at this stage is, what is pushing these youth to perform such acts of violence?
Many reasons, particularly nowadays. A lack of direction, a lack of focus, trying to aspire to images which they see within the mass media, within rap and ragga music videos.
We set out to speak to some youth. We wanted to hear from them. What annoys them at most?
Police, innit? Waste of time.
And why?
They come stop searching for no reason, innit?
We faced this answer from the youth to the specialists, and this was their comment.
I would agree. Definitely. If the government can spend millions on, let's say, going off to a foreign country and trying to install a system of democracy in that country, why can't the government spend the same amount of money trying to bring about benefit to the youth in this country?